Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually under the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another update for you, and this is the brand Nayaat. Brand Nayaat is a subsidiary or branch of House of Orientica. House of Orientica doesn't need introduction. Many of you are familiar with. Some of you have perfumes from them. They are one of the best perfume houses from United Arab Emirates. They've been around for a few years and they have a very extensive perfume lineup in their portfolio. And this Nayaat brand was created just a few weeks ago. They have 12 fragrances under the names at the moment, and I unboxed and reviewed 10 of them. This is the 11th one and one more to come. They send me these perfumes for review, but these videos are not affiliated, they're not sponsored, there is no money exchange. They didn't tell me what to say. What you say, what you see, what you hear in this review is all my opinion, and that's it, and it's all pure information for you guys out there. So let's get to the perfume itself. This one is called Nayaat, and this one is this one is called Naughty Brew EDP 100 ml. It's targeted unisex, and first thing first, in retail £75 on their website. If you go to the Orientica's website, they're selling it for £75. This one is first thing first, the presentation as always with House of Orientica and Nayaat, perfection. Basically when you see them, when you feel them, when you hold them, they feel luxurious, they feel high-end, they feel much more expensive than the £75 you're paying. So they're giving you everything plus the kitchen sink for the price you're paying. Beautiful bottle, very super heavy bottle, super heavy cap. The atomizer is pressurized. The box itself is a very thick cardboard box, and it's very unique design to it. So all together, very good presentation here. In terms of longevity, I'm very happy to say this is a beast mode. On my skin went easily over 10 hours. On t-shirt and materials goes easily over 12 hours. But always remember, this is my testing on my environment, my climate, my skin and my nose. For you it could differ. So in terms of projection, I had an arm length of projection for around 2 to 3 hours, and after that I will slowly subside. But you always have a big bubble, big cloud and a big trail behind you. I went with 10 sprays of it, and that was ample enough for me to smell it all day. If you are interested and you're going to buy it, be careful with the trigger. Experiment first, go for 4 to 5 sprays first. If it's not ample enough, then increase it from there. So it's very strong perfume. It's very dense, it's very thick, it's very long lasting, and for that, again, beautiful. House of Orientica and Nayaat, they both have beautiful performance, and this one is no exception. In terms of who's it for, this is, I would say, 25 years and older, to be in the safe side. Although the DNA in here is very friendly, it's nothing here to be challenging anybody, but because it's got some complexity to it, it's spicy, it's boozy, it's sweet, I would say this is better suited for a mature nose. Mature nose will appreciate this better than a youngster. In terms of gender, it's targeted unisex, and it is correct. To my nose, this is bang in the middle unisex. Anybody can wear it, no problem. I was happy to wear it for the last 2 days, and I absolutely enjoyed it. The wifey loved it, by the way, and so it's completely unisex. Anybody can wear it, no problem whatsoever. In terms of occasion, this is very opulent, so it's very good for going out, special occasion, evening, formal occasion, close encounter, dating, clubbing, wedding, anything in this particular genre. You enjoy this very much because it's got a big sweetness in here. And in terms of season, this is better suited for cooler weather, but you can use it all year round unless it's a very high heat. In summer it could be cloying because it's got a big sweetness in here. So let's get to the perfume itself. The perfume itself, as the name suggests, Naughty Brew, this is very playful. So it is playful, it is a bit naughty, it is a bit sensual, it's a bit sexy, it's a bit boozy, as the brew suggests. Little bit of booziness in here. The booziness is not on top to the 10. The booziness is subtle, but it is there nevertheless. So it's boozy, sweet, it's spicy, it's a floral, it's woody. It's very, very attractive perfume. It's one of those perfumes that when you put it on, definitely will garner your attention. This is a crowd pleasing, this is people's pleaser, this is very modern. So the perfume itself, it's in here, is very modern. So it's very trendy, it's very up to date, it's very today's perfumery, if you like. So let me read you the ingredients and we'll check it from there. So according to Fragrantica, this one came out just a few weeks ago, and this one on top we have caramel. In the mid we have tonka bean, jasmine and vanilla, and in the base we have sweet notes, ambergris and musk. Caramel, I get, yes, caramelly, toffee, chocolatey, sweet feel to it. It's quite creamy, it's quite lactonic feel to it as well, and is very, very what you call it, is very smooth as well. The smoothness is coming from the jasmine, the vanilla and the tonka bean here. They're making it very smooth right in here, and you, from the beginning to the end, it's always smooth. There's no harshness, there's no chemical, there's no sharpness, there's no alcohol in here at all. It's just beautiful perfume, and it goes straight to the perfume and it stays there for the whole day. So there are a few things they're not mentioning, which I'm going to mention. For example, they're not mentioning cinnamon and nutmeg in here. Definitely I'm smelling cinnamon nutmeg combination in here, which is making it that warm spiciness, which is not mentioning in here. And also I'm smelling something like apart from the what they calling ambergris and musk in the base, I'm smelling some woodiness like sandalwood, at least, if not sandalwood cedar combination to give it that woody base. From time to time I smell something like leather, but the leather is very, very soft and it's very, very friendly. There's no rugged leather, there's no funky leather. No, it's very soft and very, it's more like a suede rather than leather. And also from time to time I get something like a tobacco feel to it. And this fragrance, again, I'm not sure where it's that come from, but it's giving me a little bit of leafy tobacco overall together. The sweetness, yes, this is sweet. So when it opens up about 7 to 8, which is 10 being the sweetest. Later on it subsides 1 point maybe, but it's always sweet. So you need to like sweet perfumes to enjoy it. But the good news is here, the sweetness doesn't run away. It's not a runaway sweetness. It doesn't give you headache, it doesn't give you a sick feeling, because it's grounded very well with other heavy notes in here. The tonka bean and vanilla here giving it a beautiful sweet, but quite smooth, it's quite creamy, and also a little bit nutty, a little bit earthy in here as well, which is to die for. This is very, very delicious perfume. Overall it is gourmand. It's not a full gourmand, but it is I would say it's a semi gourmand perfume. The ambergris, to be honest with you, I'm not getting that much, if any. I think there's a combination of isocyanates and ambroxan in the base, yes, but ambergris I don't get. Hint of wateriness overall to it, yes, but there's no oceanic or anything like that. And also the musk in here is very clean from the get-go to the end, always a little bit musky, but very, very clean musk. And the sweet notes are quite candy, like quite a candy floss, little bit of like caramelly, toffee, chocolatey feeling to it as well, apart from the caramel itself, which they are mentioning. So it's a very, very delicious perfume. Overall it's delicious, it's quite gourmand, it's up to date, it's trendy, it's beautiful, it's very, very easy going, it's crowd pleasing, is a attention garner. If you like this kind of perfumes, this is a very, very delicious perfume. It's done superbly well, it's quality, very high quality. The perfumery is very, very high perfumery in here, and also the ingredients are very high ingredients as well. So you're getting a very, very good value for money for £75. It smells very, very expensive perfume. It smells very high and niche, which the house of Orientica and Nayaat are niche anyway. They are niche houses, especially because they make everything in the house, from the raw materials to the end products, and also they don't make anything else apart from the perfumes and perfume related products. So it makes them a very high-end niche perfume houses. So to recap: caramel, yes; toffee, yes; sugary, yes; sweet, yes; chocolatey, yes; and sweet and more sweet. The sweetness is grounded, it's not a runaway sweetness, so it is sweet, but it's not overly sweet together. There's a hint of booziness in here, definitely hint of booziness, but the booziness is not on top. It's not a huge player. It's a little bit of booziness to it, but it's not. It doesn't take over. And vanilla and cocoa in here are beautiful, very creamy, very nutty, quite sweet, and also very cream like, very smooth like perfume. And the amber in here is quite a deep, dense amber, so it's a deep, dense, sticky, sweet and gooey amber. You need to like this kind of amber to enjoy it. And also the white floral, which is mainly that jasmine in here, to give it a little bit of white floral feel, but again it's mainly a secondary to everything else. It's not a big player by itself, but it's a very nicely done as well. The white florals, especially the jasmine in here, is giving it a very smooth feel, and also a hint of andolicness, not too much. It's a very small amount of andolicness to it as well, which making it mouth-wateringly gorgeous and beautiful. And overall, highly recommend this perfume. If you enjoy perfumes like this, if you enjoy the explanation I gave you, if you think this is perfume category that attracts you, this is one of the best out there for the quality you're paying, for the price you're paying, for the performance, for the presentation, ingredients, perfumery. Everything's top notch in here, and highly recommend it. Absolutely enjoyed it for the last 2 days, and I cannot get enough. This one is superbly gorgeous, and it just one of those perfumes just you need when you put it on yourself, you just keep smelling it as a wow. It just keeps going and on and on. Okay guys, if you have it, if you tried it, if you have it, if you tried it, if you know it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you perfumes like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they're hidden gems. This beauty is definitely a hidden gem. If you are interested in purchasing one of my own perfumes and get something very beautiful in return, you could do that. I leave them in the link. I'm the perfumer, I'm the artist, I'm the worker. So they are true handmade perfumes just for the lucky people in the United Kingdom. I put more than 60% pure perfume oils in my perfume, which is unheard of, and that makes them huge, bold, massive personalities, very long lasting. And they are like time capsule. They take you to different places, different time, and they are very artistic, very unique, and they are super beautiful, if I say myself. Thank you very much as always for watching. Thank you very much for your love and support, and I'll see you later. Bye.